Alright, what's good, you bareback hooligans? So, Kung Lao with the dick down. Kung Lao is such an interesting character. When he was first released, nobody really knew where to place him. Some people say he was completely trash. Some people said he was good and viable. But one thing that we all cannot deny, that we can't deny, there's no way, is that there was a huge following for Kung Lao. If you play Combat League, you're going to run into a Kung Lao player that does that type of shit to you and then grabs you, or one, two, boom, and it's going to work. It just works. This is such a viable thing to do. Kung Lao players, they're hilarious. Like when they get busy, it's some of the funniest shit ever if you just really pay attention to what they're doing. But that being said, right, I want to really break down Kung Lao, what makes him good in my opinion, why I really like him, how he is right now with customs, Buzzsaw, there's so many cool things you can do. I like his stance and the Taco Bell. The Taco Bell is such a... Anyways, that's definitely a video for the future, who knows. But that being said, let's really break him down. The first move we have to talk about is his forward one. No one is reacting to this shit. I cannot react to this shit to save like this into a grab. Like, it just happens. It's like, you're not reacting to this. Like, it's so fast. Like, there's just no way. And the fact that it has two options, which to do something like that, right? Or just to be completely safe. It's really, really, really good move. That I wish more characters had moves like this, where you could pick two paths, where boom, be completely safe, or boom, for that extra damage, or boom, get a grab game. There's a lot of depth to this move. We've been doing like things like this into a short hop, like that is something you could get away with Kung Lao. It's a very real thing, with Kung Lao. So yeah, this move is just ridiculous. There's a ton of mind games to it. Yeah, I can really go on and on about this move. It's really good. This is also a good move to get your crushing blow. It's a mid, 15 frames. May not have the... It's pretty much the same range as like this bad boy right here, but it is a crushing blow. As a stagger, nah, I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. It's not a good stagger. It's good for hit confirming, but that's pretty much about it. You know, if you do this, boom, just, you know, block right after. Even though you're -8, you could get punished, but online, that shit is not gonna happen. But I really do like this string right here. Maybe you can get away if you're conditioning your opponent for it. Maybe you can condition them for a grab, but for the most part, it's just not gonna happen. Again, really good for hit confirming, because, you know, this is just such a weird string. Like, it just, everything is unsafe. Second hit, unsafe. Technically, this stuff is unsafe as well. A good amount of cast could actually punish that, believe it or not. It's such a weird string. It's just, honestly, in my opinion, meant for hit confirming. And that's that. And then probably one of my favorite strings of Kung Lao is this bad boy right here. There's not many mind games to this move, but the reason why I like this move is because, like, here's the thing. This is gonna be probably this is funny. You're -3, right? If you down one right after it, they have a 10 like frame window to do something. There's no way in hell they could, like, if Aaron Black tries doing his back, well, it's not gonna work. One, it's not gonna work for the simple fact that it's 11 frames. But like, if somebody has a 9 frame like mid or whatever, or even they try doing their down one, there's a really good chance that shit's just not gonna work, and you're down one. If they react a bit late to it, because people are just scared. Some loud players just do this. They don't give a fuck. They just boom, boom, and then they're still uppercutting as, you know, this animation comes out. It's hilarious. But you, like, if you react a little bit late to it, that down one, boom, you're good. But if you have if you have this move right here, the Taco Bell, this is what I like to call it. It gives you somewhat safety. I might be reaching here. It is -10, but it's much better than just doing this, in my opinion. Definitely better. And another reason why this move is ridiculous. Let's say I just do it, and, you know, okay, my opponent blocks it. Dude, like, people are scared to, like, take their turn backs with Kung Lao. An uppercut could come out of nowhere. A down 3 could come out of nowhere. jump, if you try grabbing Kung Lao, that's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get clipped, and then you wake up and I do it again, crushing blow. It's some funny shit, if you want me to be honest. I like this move. I think this is a very, very solid move. Also, what I really like to do with it is just kind of mix Kung Lao's mids with each other in a way. Like, I'll do something like this, and then I'll go into it because, man, people are just so terrified. They're just like, oh, people are just praying you do this right here so they can just take their turn back, right? People are not going to press in this situation. They're just not. It's just not going to happen. It's very difficult. Well, at least for me, this is something I struggled with like, I don't think I'll always struggle against this stagger right here. It's just so fucking good, in my opinion. So doing something like this is really good. And then another thing I like to do, just to keep my opponent guessing, do something like that. He has very weird highs, in my opinion. Like this one, like on paper, like, yo, I could do this. Like, check this out. I could do this and then go for a grab. Cool, right? It's not the case. You're going to have to pretty much put your nuts on the line. Because if I do something like that, my opponent can like uppercut the shit out of me, full combo punish me. Whether they block it or whatever, like if they block this, like you're gonna get down one back. But this one, you can obviously do that and have to worry about that mid. So doing something like that is cool, but this looks just like this. If your opponent doesn't know the difference, if you're gonna like try to stagger for your highs, when you land a down one and you're trying to get a grab, don't go into this, and then you could do it. Obviously, it's just gonna always work. It's just really good. But if you want to get a guaranteed grab, boom. Like, you're not reacting to that. Like, I'm sorry, just like boom. It just happens. Like, that's the thing about Kung Lao. Shit just happens. So there's that. Another thing that he has, it is this bad boy right here. Which I like. 16 frames. It's whatever. This is, I like to do these little ghetto fitty short hops. Short hops with Kung Lao is a real thing. Online and off. Like, you're gonna get caught by this. I don't care who you are. This boom. Little ghetto fitty, yeah. So then, you know, you start conditioning your opponent for that, and then whatever, you're completely safe. And then I like to do the Taco Bell after this. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. It's just, it's really, really good. You're -9. You're pretty much safe, in my opinion. A ghetto safety, just people are not going to punish this shit online. Just doing something like that, if you space it just right, boom, -10, whatever. You guys get the point. This is a really good move. So doing something like this, stepping back, and then going into that, that's also really good. And then doing stuff like this, and just psyching your opponent out, and like just reacting to what they're going to do. If they try uppercutting or down 3, boom, clip them, just like that. And that's another thing, Kung Lao, his freaking, like, his jumping, that's something we have to talk about. His jumping is ridiculous. It really is. Like, let's really break it down. So it's like -5, right? -2, I mean +2, +1. It got nerfed pretty hard, in my opinion, to what he was getting before. Like, even if I do it up here, I'm always going to be minus. Like, no matter what, I'm going to be minus. His jump punch is just super weird. Like, this one's cool, but this one's very plus. Like, this shit is very plus, and it comes out really quick. But it's actually pretty easy to anti-air. Most Kung Lao players, they'll do that, and then they'll backdash. Or they'll just, literally, every Kung Lao player does this right here. They do that, and it's a real thing. It is definitely a real thing. But another thing is that if you try down, let's say Kung Lao player do this, and you try down one-ing, Kung Lao, if you see him, he like does like the Fat Joe lean back. I say my hook. You know, if you're a boomer like myself, you'll know what that is. But he leans back, and his hitbox is nowhere to be seen by your down 1. So it's always best to just do a down 4 or a down 3. But even that, if he does something like this, like, yo, boom, those, bruh, they Kung Lao players come up with some of the most grimiest, humiliating, degrading things to do to you, and it will work. It's very, very wild. And there's that. And then Kung Lao, he just has useless, like, this is useless, like, I don't know. What are we doing here? It's such, like, he has very weird strings. But for the most part, I like Kung Lao. I think he's really good. Definitely in Aftermath, that KB, it's really useful because how Kung Lao players use them. That's gonna happen, and to get armor breaker. Not only that, but like his damage is very wild. Like, he has the touch of death. And not only that, but what makes Kung Lao really good as well is that you cannot wake up buttons against him. So if you break out of this shit right here, for whatever reason, right? You pretty much still, it's pretty much gonna be a guaranteed grab because this is a real meaty. You cannot wake up buttons against this or this. You just can't. It's just not gonna happen. You delay wake up the first time. If you delay wake up and then down one or whatever, you're gonna get clipped. If you just wake up buttons, you're gonna get clipped. Doesn't matter. Something is going to hit you. And that's very dangerous, especially for a character like Kung Lao. There's a reason why Kung Lao players, when they knock you down, they either step back, jump at you to get a mix-up, or they're just straight up just put mids down your throat. There's no step back waiting for you. No, 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 no. They just do it because they can. Kung Lao, in a way, people say that Terminator doesn't play MK11. Kung Lao honestly breaks the rules. He definitely breaks the rules of this game, and it's fucking hilarious. It really is. It's some funny ass shit. If you really watch like Combat League, Kung Lao's get down, that shit is comedy gold. But that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hallelujah. Holla back. Check you bastards later. Deuces.